Hey everyone, this is Jared here with Team Adventures with BG, and I am doing a quick look and unboxing of the Storm 450 headlamp. So I've actually owned a couple of these um, older versions, and I like the product for a couple of reasons. I do have other headlamps that are brighter and lighter, but there's just and I'll talk more about it, but a couple of things that I just really like about this. So here are the instructions. It's got a bunch of different modes. So if you want to know about those, how long this lasts, how bright it is, take a look at that. And then here is the headlamp itself. You can see it does have the headlamp, and then it has a spotlight. It's got this pretty standard band. Mine is green, olive drab, but they have other colors. It fits pretty comfortably. It's got this base plate, and this kind of pads it. It's not the most comfortable, but it's not terrible. It's got two buttons on the top, so you can turn it on. Mine is locked right now. Let's see if I can unlock it. Okay, so mine was locked. I got it unlocked. There it is. It's just kind of on. Um, you can kind of see I'm switching through the modes. It is 450 lumens on its brightest. It does have red, blue, and green, as well as white. So those allow you to keep your night vision. So if you're in the military, kind of a first responder doing things at night, a hunter, a camper, a hiker, backpacker, it's going to be great for those things to keep your night vision. I use red a lot, but I also use blue because it also keeps your night vision, but it just seems to be kind of brighter. So I love that about it. It is IP67 rated, so it can be submerged 1 meter of water for at least 30 minutes. It does come with a 3-year warranty, and it will last up to 175 hours on its low mode, and it will only last 2 on its max 450. So quite a bit of time if you're have it cranked up and on 450. And it does have like strobes and SOS, a strobe mode if you're in trouble and you need some help. A little more about the battery. So it is dual fuel is what they call it. I run mine off of the 3 Duracells, but I usually have AAAs that are rechargeable. So those are easy to get. So if it's like an emergency, it's something you can easily find. But you can also get this thing called a fuel cell, and it puts it in there. It's USB rechargeable, and you can run it off that as a rechargeable battery. So it does have options. Beam distance is going to be about 12 meters, but that changes from low all the way up to 120 meters on max. So it does have quite a bit of difference. It does have those modes. So why I like this thing, as I mentioned earlier, I like the different colors. So if you're doing any sort of event, you can identify yourself. You can also keep that night vision. Going hands-free with a headlamp is just great. So if you don't get this headlamp, you need a headlamp. Being able to lock it has saved my butt multiple times. So there's been quite a few times with other lamps that I've just found them on in my bag, almost dead already. So being able to lock it before you start and unlock it is a great feature. And just being able to run it off multiple sources. I found that it's easy to carry AAAs or to recharge AAAs on a long trip, and that can be easier than trying to manage and charge it. Some other lamps, such as USB-C, or doing the insertable cell into this. So stay tuned. I'll take you outside. We'll look at the colors. We'll look at some of the brightness, and you can kind of see how bright this is for yourself. Hey everyone, this is Jared here with Team Adventures with BG. Today I'm out at my local park with the Black Diamond Storm 450. Give you a little conditions of the night. No clouds, a few stars out. The moon isn't up, so medium darkness. Let's get started. First mode is going to just be the peripheral light. So it's going to be in low mode, which is 6 lumen. Turning it on. You may not even be able to see it, but if I hold it, it progressively gets brighter, and that'll max out at the 450 lumens, as you saw at my feet. So with that, there is the 450. You can kind of see this drainage ditch right there in front of me. You can see a little bit past it, but there is a table out there, and I don't think you can see that or the trees behind it. So that's kind of what the main brightness is with the peripheral and the main light. So this light isn't going to be super bright. It's going to be very reliable, and it's going to be very durable. And it's going to be what you need for the trail. So looking at some of the other features, we'll dim it back down as you can kind of see it go dim. It also has I guess let me turn it back on. It has a power tap to quickly switch it on and off. So that's a great feature. It also has memory, so as I turn it back on, it goes to that same setting. But my favorite part, and kind of why I keep going back to these, is it has a red mode. So let me cycle over to that and turn it on max brightness. So it doesn't pick up great on the camera, but there is it right at my feet. That is at the max. So it's going to be it's going to be around the 450. You can also cycle it over to a blue, which I've used on occasion because it just looks kind of brighter and it helps keep your night vision like the red. And then finally, I guess that was green, and this is blue if you can see it. So this is one I've used. I've never used green. I guess if you were needed to identify like different groups, the green would work. I haven't had a need for it yet. So those are the colors. There we are back to our brightest setting. It does have a lock. So 3 buttons, the power tap, the on, and then the cycle. If you hit on and cycle, it'll lock, which I highly recommend because I've had this thing turn on my bag. Not this one, but headlamps. And also it has a reserve timer time, so depending on the mode and the setting, once you drain the batteries, it will continue to produce a small amount of light for you. So overall, great product. It's my go-to camping. I love the red and the blue lights to help me keep my night vision as I go through, because I like to keep those off as much as I can and let my eyes adjust. So thanks for watching, and make sure you join me on my next adventure.